Alright, today we're talking about finished versus unfinished guitar bodies, satin finished guitar bodies, and stained guitar bodies. Does it make a difference if your guitar has a gloss finish or not? I'm going to share from my experiences to hopefully give you some useful information. By the way, I'm not sponsored by any of the brands shown in this video. Alright, so let's jump right in and let's start with the what. So finished bodies with the gloss finish. You can see right here with the light reflecting off of this guitar, this is a gloss finish. And so this is going to feel quote unquote sticky, but not sticky in the dirty sense. I'm going to say it right now. If you don't wipe down your guitars, clean them regularly, all that stuff, then the playing sweat, the skin oils, the grime, it's going to make anything sticky, whether it has a finish, whether it's just natural wood, etc. So maintaining your guitar is going to be key. But this is a gloss finish, so this is going to stick to your hand or your arm when you're clean, and when you start to sweat, it's going to slide. And of course, it's going to show fingerprints, smudges, stuff the most. So if you're a fan of clean looking guitars, don't get a gloss black guitar. So that was an Ibanez RGA 622, but let's move on to a satin finish with this Ibanez RG 5121. Now it's satin finish because you can see it's not gloss. It is still shiny, but it's shiny in like a matte paint kind of sense. And so you can see where the sweat and the hand oils have gone into it. So that's going to be inevitable, where your palm goes into it, or maybe where your fingers will scratch into the body. It's just what happens when you play it. So this is going to feel smoother to the skin. Of course, if you're wearing sleeves, none of this really matters that much. But this is going to feel smoother to the skin than a gloss finish. But over time, it is going to become a little shiny just because of that sweat and those oils. And of course, there's the stain finish like on the Solar AC. This is made of ash and it's been stained red. And you can treat this basically like a satin finish. That's basically all there is to it. And then of course there's guitars with minimal or no finish on their body, like this Solar AAB 1.6. And so this is going to feel the most natural. It's going to be the least smooth. It's going to feel the most like wood, but as you play it, it will smooth out, kind of like the satin finish. There's also going to be the least amount of protection from your sweat, from the grime, all that stuff. So what are my overall thoughts? Which one is quote unquote better? Well, I just have to say, first of all, because I own all of these guitars, because I'm not sponsored, I deliberately picked these guitars to buy, so I can't say for sure which one is quote unquote better. I would choose them all. But that's a super safe answer, and that's not what you're here for. So it's going to come down to a number of factors. How much do you care about the body being completely protected? You have the super gloss finish that doesn't let anything through it. And maybe this gloss finish, it becomes slippery when you're sweaty, but maybe you wear sleeves. Maybe that doesn't matter as much to you. Or maybe you prefer that natural feel that wood can give you. Maybe you don't like that slipperiness that the gloss provides. Maybe you don't mind that satin finish will become glossy and the contact points. It does become pretty subjective. So my answer to you then is what matters most to you. Do you care if when you sweat, your guitar will become more slippery? Is it worth it to have the complete finish to protect it? Do you not care about the fingerprint smudges, marks, etc. that a gloss finish gives? Do you like the look and or feel of something completely natural? You're not going to get any fingerprint smudges on something like this. But at the same time, the sweat and the oils will be getting into the wood, and it can over time cause warping and damage. Will you be using your guitars heavily, or will you be playing it occasionally? Do you have other responsibilities in your life, or is music your number one thing and you're going to be recording and playing and gigging as your career? Answering these questions can help you decide. At the end of the day, these are tools for our trade, for our craft, for creating music. And as long as it feels good to you and it meets your needs, that's what matters. The needs in the protection in the finish, and feels good because you have to want to pick up your instrument to be able to do your job, to be making this music. Of course, if it's a life or death situation, you will pick up any guitar you can, but it does make it a bit more pleasant if you're picking up a guitar that you like the look and feel of. So that's ultimately the criteria that'll help you decide whether you need something completely sealed. Of course, you can try to seal it yourself with wax, or if you like the look and or feel of something more natural. So what do you prefer? Be sure to let me know down in the comment section below. Is there anything I missed? Do you have any other thoughts, ideas, questions? Of course, this is YouTube, so I have to say the YouTube things, okay? Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, print out every frame and mail it. Join the Discord, check out the Patreon, become a channel member. Do a backflip if you can. And as always, peace.